Hello, my name's Kirsten. Today I want to talk about some of the updates that I've had on my plants during the growing season so far. It is pretty heavy on the variegation and the Monstera, but I don't think that's going to be upsetting to anybody. First on my list, we have my variegated peace lily. I don't know that this will ever not be in a favourites video, essentially. I should probably try and mix it up, but it's such a good performer. So I was admiring its lush growth because it just keeps on giving leaves, and then saw this beautiful flower coming out, but not one, not two, not three, but now we have a fourth one there. So that's pretty cool. I'm very, very happy with that. I've never had 4 flowers on this at the same time, but it has flowered for me a lot, you know, like a lot. Now, the interesting thing about these flowers for me is I have never had peace lily flowers that have sort of had a scent before. I don't know about you guys, but for me, they've always just been flowers. They've not really been about the scent, and well, I just haven't noticed. But this one here, it's so strong. It's got a very particular smell. It's like clove essential oil mixed with a drop of rose essential oil, not like the things by themselves, like the essential oil ones, so that it's actually quite pungent. I don't know if pungent's the word, because it's nice. It's unexpected, put it that way. It's an unexpected smell. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never had them with scent before, so I'm guessing it's really happy. Now, everyone always says that these are a low light plant, and yeah, maybe they do all right in low light. This one here is directly underneath a south-facing skylight. Saying that, I'm not telling you to put them in your south-facing windows and burn them with light, because what happened was I put it there in the winter when the sun wasn't going over the house. It's like obviously rises quite low, and so it kind of acclimated to it slowly, but it seems to be really happy now. So what I would say with them, because obviously all of these plants are understory plants, is that it's not a bad idea to acclimate it slowly to more light, and a good time to do that is during the change of seasons. So now that it is summer in the northern hemisphere, I wouldn't advise anybody just kind of put this in their window, but maybe just move it like a little bit closer if you want to get like a lot of great growth. I will say of all the peace lilies that this is super duper easy. It's extremely easy. It's much easier than a standard peace lily. It does flop like all other ones, but it's not quite as dramatic. You will see when it's thirsty. I think the leaves are just much more robust, and the variegation is pretty awesome. A recommended plant for everybody, definitely a favourite, will not fail you, and takes a beating, to be fair. Finally, this leaf came out of my Monstera. For anybody who saw my last couple of plant tours, you would have seen that this leaf here was pregnant with leaf for a very long time, almost 9 months. It just kind of stayed there, swollen in the stem, and finally put this out, and as you can see, it's like very much more matured than this one, and it's larger than that one. Quite frankly, if it put out 1 leaf a year that had kind of the same amount of maturity, then I would be happy. I'm pretty sure that this is a large form Monstera, because its leaves are just like a lot thicker and it's a lot more slow growing than a normal Borsigiana. However, you can't really tell until they are larger and more mature, because they get kind of ruffles at the top of the petioles, which this looks like it might be trying to get. We'll see. If anybody knows anything about a juvenile large form Monstera, I'd be sort of grateful to get a bit more information on that. Now, the other cool thing about this is that, I don't know if you can see here, the new stem there is already swollen with leaf. So in about another 9 months, I should get another leaf. Next up is my Peperomia argyria. So all of the leaves that were kind of inside when I was doing the propagation of it have all come out, and now it's looking absolutely marvellous and full, as you can see here. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. It's getting to be exactly as I had hoped it would. And there's kind of an equal amount of growth in there. This is going to be a ginormous Peperomia argyria, which you can't complain about. I've heard that people have problems with this. I would say just water it a lot and make sure that the leaves can see the light. You know, as you can see though, none of them are getting absolutely ginormous. They are kind of a decent size, and I think that this is going to be kind of like the maximum size I get out of them. So yeah, that is a growth update that I'm extremely happy about and definitely worth it. And it didn't take any time at all, so that's really good. And I feel like that next month I'm going to be pretty much saying the same, because I can see so many small leaves in there that are ready to pop out. Next is my baby alocasia pink dragon that I grew from a corm, and I'm so happy with it. I really am. If anyone caught my alocasia video, I showed this, and basically it was just this leaf and it was just pushing a new leaf behind it, and now that's come out and it's of course like many times bigger than it. And that's obviously thrilling. Now I've put it in pon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pot it up in pon with the mother plant, which also has pupped as well. And I think there's a few more corms in there, but I'm just going to leave it with the mother plant, the little pup, and this, which is kind of midway. And I've got a feeling that this one's going to be, it's going to end up being the kind of significantly stronger one, just because it's grown in my environment completely. But this will already be acclimated to pon, and the other one is kind of large enough that it will acclimate quite easily, I think. I've found that alocasias just absolutely adore pon. It is right up their street. I'm going to make a care video about alocasias because there's quite a lot to say, and I've got a feeling that there is a particular reason that they like pon. Anyway, I will say very happy with that, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be like when I put it up with the mother and the little pup, and I'll probably take a few of the corms that I can see there out and propagate those as well. So those will be probably for plant swaps or something, and this will be for the main event. And last but by absolutely no means least is my Monstera Tire constellation, which, as you can see here, has put out this epic new leaf. I was waiting for this for over 9 months, and I again thought it could have had a baby in that time. However, it's made me very, very happy with this, because look at the size of that. Let's do a head test. Yep, it's bigger than my head, which is epic. So this one here, this new epic leaf came from this leaf here. So the size difference, as you can see, is massive. And of course, this has also got more fenestrations, which is cool, because obviously fenestrations are the name of the game, essentially. With this one, you don't have to worry about the variegation. This is what I think is much better about the Thai constellation. I know people like the elbow. Yeah, the elbow's beautiful, like no question. The Monstera elbow is a beautiful plant, but for me, I just have so many other things to worry about with my plant collection that I just can't be thinking about cutting things back and panicking about if it's losing its variegation, because obviously it's quite an expensive plant still. So the Thai constellation was worth the investment. However, I did get it when it was priced a little bit lower, because Costa Farms was still saying that they were going to come out with it. So everyone was like holding off, waiting for the Costa Farms. So the sellers had to put their prices down. And so I did get it then, and I believe the price has shot up a little bit. So would I have got it now? I don't know. It depends. It's so cool though. It's made me very happy. And again, if I could just have like one upgrade as good as this every single year, that would make me super duper happy. I think another reason I like the Thai constellation is that it is a large form Monstera. For some reason in my head, I live in a house that is much bigger and can accommodate all of the plants that I have that are large form, growing into their full potential. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my plant updates. If you haven't already got one, I would highly suggest investing in a Spathiphyllum domino. Oh look, the sun's catching it beautifully. Of course, all of them are beautiful and I'm very happy with all of them, but I just wanted to chip in there with this because it just brings so much joy. I think it actually might be my favourite plant that I own. Sorry guys, I didn't mean that.
I did.
Take it easy everybody. I hope it's sunny where you are too and you get to enjoy it. Subscribe for good vibes. Cheerio.